Welcome. This is the last video of Module 1. In this video I will introduce you to my colleagues and together we will introduce the course themes. I will teach this MOOC together with Cicely Rose and Yannick Radi. They are both assistant professors at the Grotius Center for International Legal Studies, and with Lineke Lauwman, who is the teaching assistant of this MOOC. Cicely has previously worked at the International Court of Justice and she will tell you more about that court in Module 2. Yannick is an expert on investment arbitration and more generally international investment law. He will teach Module 3 on arbitration. In all modules we will look at different courts through the same lenses. These lenses are shaped by the course themes. The 3 themes are 1. Law and politics, 2. State consent, and 3. Global values. And we will introduce these themes to you now in turn.
Hi, my name is Yannick Radi, and I look forward to exploring international law in action with you. We have seen in this module that in the 19th and 20th century, efforts were made to legalize diplomatic relations between sovereign states. Perhaps it is better to say that they were attempts to subject interstate relations to an international rule of law, meaning to create an international law that would manage states' behavior and control power structures. International courts are the guardians of the rule of law, and they must therefore have an existence independent from international politics and state will. In this MOOC, we will examine whether and to what extent international courts operate independently from states in real cases, and we will explore whether and how their design facilitates such independence in a general manner.
Hello, my name is Cicely Rose and I'll be discussing many interesting subjects with you during this course. Our second theme revolves around state consent and is related to the first theme of law and politics. Our international legal system has a voluntary and consensual character. When we say that the international legal system is consent-based, this means that states cannot be bound by international law against their will. In this way, the international legal order is fundamentally different from domestic legal systems. There is no central legislature in the international legal system that stands above states. Instead, states are at the center of this system. States are the principal creators of international law, and they're also the principal subjects of it, which means that most legal obligations are directed to them. In this course, we'll investigate how state consent constrains international courts and tribunals, and more specifically, how state consent influences the potential of international courts to settle disputes, develop the law, and protect global values.
This then brings us to the third theme, which is global values. Whereas the international legal system was initially developed to foster peaceful coexistence between states, we have witnessed a gradual development towards an international law of cooperation, where states join forces to protect certain shared or public interests that transcend state boundaries. Global values include the protection of global commons. These global commons are, for instance, the Earth's shared natural resources. You may think of the deep oceans, the atmosphere, outer space, and the northern and southern polar regions, the Antarctic in particular. Cyberspace may also meet the definition of a global common. Beyond those commons, there are shared interests, such as the preservation of the environment and the promotion of public health. And there are more abstract values such as peace, justice, and perhaps democracy. What do you think? Would you say democracy is a global value? This is probably a matter open for discussion. In this MOOC, we will confront such questions, and we will particularly zero in on the question of what can be expected of international courts in this domain. Can these courts protect global values? And what is the added value of speaking about global values? With this range of questions, and with this introduction, we have set the stage. We have prepared for a journey, and we invite you to join us. The first stop will be at the Peace Palace, where Cicely Rose in Module 2 will offer you an insight into the functioning of the International Court of Justice.